Yeah, I mean, camp was an unbelievable experience because, one, we're there. There's 40 something of us there, and it was cool. It was a really cool environment at the tryout camp, just because there were, you know, everybody's fighting for the same thing, and we've all gotten to know each other over the past 4 years, and there really was just a sense of, I don't know, like, I don't want to say sisterhood, but it just kind of, we all were on the same page, and we were all really excited. And um, the way the camp was set up, there were two different teams, and the coaches really promoted teamwork and all that kind of stuff while we were at camp, and it just made it such a fun environment to be in. And then to actually have my name announced on that final day, it was just, I can't even describe that feeling. It was unbelievable.
Right. And even though you had played with the national team and gone to some major events, still there had to be some nerves about whether you're going to get through or not. I'm sure.
I mean, there's always nerves, especially when it kind of, coming off of being on the national team roster. It kind of becomes your spot to lose, and that's a little nerve-wracking. But, I mean, the night before the announcement was made, honestly, I had no regrets, and that really kind of calmed me down a little bit. I knew that no matter what, whether I was on it or not, I gave it everything I had, and that was what really made me feel a lot better that night before.
Right. You had talked to me a little bit about what it's like to skate on the national team versus maybe what you do for your college team. Can you just talk about that again and kind of how you've learned some things about some of the different aspects of being a forward on the national team?
Definitely. So I certainly play a different role on the national team. We kind of, in college, everybody that's at those tryouts, we're all, first liners for the most part on our college teams. A lot of us are meant to go out and be the goal scorers, and I play a much different role when I'm on the national team than I do on the Harvard team. I'm kind of the third line grinder player. I go out and, chip pucks, try to keep it in their zone, but still be a really strong offensive threat. And I think, they're completely different positions. And I think what I've learned a lot is sort of what my Harvard teammates do for me when I'm expected to go and score goals and stuff like that. It's a whole different way of seeing the game, and I really enjoy it. And I also like at the national level, I feel like I can throw my weight around a little bit more, which is always fun for me. So.
Mm-hmm. And what the other lines do for you at Harvard, you now can do for some other people.
I certainly hope so. I mean, I nothing's set in stone. I shouldn't be sitting here saying, like, I'm going to be the third line player. I mean, that's what I played toward the end of the tournament at Worlds, and, I think they liked having me there. I really enjoyed playing in that spot. But, yeah, I mean, hopefully it's just so beneficial to have that line, and, third and fourth line, when that first line is getting off of, going out, trying to score goals, going on a power play, then a lot of them play on the penalty kill, they get tired. And so it's good for us to be able to go out and still be a threat so that the other teams, they can't take a break either. They really have to watch out, and because, I mean, we're completely capable of scoring. I'm not saying that we're not, but.
Here we are sitting in a small arena in Arizona, and you potentially will be, on the world stage in Sochi. What does it mean for you and maybe even for Arizona hockey to have someone that could be playing in the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty big deal. It feels like a big deal to me, and it's cool. I've had a few younger girls sort of reach out to me, and I've gone and skated with them, and I absolutely love doing that because, I need the training just as much as they do, and it's fun because, if I can be their role model or their hero or whatever, I mean, that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I don't know so much on the boys' side how big it is. Hopefully, I mean, because I did play, all the hockey I played here was boys' hockey. Hopefully it has some sort of impact there, but I definitely would like it to really start to promote and grow the sport for the girls' side.
Right. And does it kind of remind you of your roots when you come back here, visit your family, and get to skate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, when I'm skating at these rinks or any of them, it's just, I don't know, this is all I'm used to, like playing pickup with these, older guys. I love it. They just, they've kind of become this sort of family to me, and I have, my little Arcadia family. I have, the guys that I skate with up at Ice Den, and then I have the people that I met at Polar Ice. Like, there's just so many different people, DYHA, everyone, who has supported me and impacted me along the way, in one way or another. And I think it's really cool. I love coming back and seeing everybody, and everybody's just so supportive, whether I know them or not. It's just unbelievable.
Right. What do you imagine being at the Olympics will be like?
I mean, I honestly, I get chills watching opening ceremonies on a TV. So to actually be a part of that, and then to be a part of the games, and hopefully bring home a gold medal. I mean, that feeling at Worlds winning the gold medal was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. Especially just having worked so hard individually and collectively as a group, to come home with that. I just can't even imagine what it would be like at the Olympic level to be able to do that.
You told me something funny that you didn't remember ever knowing anything about Harvard till you saw Legally Blonde.
Like, actually, though, yeah, I mean, it's just like yeah, I mean, I don't come from a family of East Coast educated people. I mean, it's just such a foreign kind of concept to us, and I always sort of thought and knew that college hockey would be a thing in the future because people talked about it, as I started getting a little older. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really know what the Ivy League was. I didn't know what Harvard was. Then I think I remember I was probably a sophomore in high school, and I was feeling like rather proud that day for some reason, because one of my friends, or one of my brother's friends, was asking me, oh, where are you going to go to college? And I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll probably go to Harvard, but I had no idea what that meant. Didn't know the coach. I didn't know where the school was. But yeah, so then to go from talking about it like that, knowing absolutely nothing, to suddenly being recruited and going on my visit to now, gonna be a senior there. It's just, it's crazy to look back and think about how my mindset has changed about the whole thing.
Right, and it's quite an accomplishment for you to say, I'm going to have a Harvard degree and hopefully get to play at the Olympics on top of it. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, I've been incredibly lucky and blessed, and I think going back to what it's like to come back here, I think I look around and it's just such an incredible feeling to look at all the people that have supported me, my family, my friends, my everyone. It's just it's so amazing, and I know I wouldn't be able to do this without them. So, but yeah, I've been incredibly lucky, and sometimes I have to stop and just take it all in because I can't even believe it.
Right. And one more thing, just kind of on a broader picture. I don't know if you're a Coyotes fan or not, but for the Coyotes to kind of have stabilized now, and it looks like they're going to be here for a while. How important do you think that is to just hockey for boys, girls, everybody in Arizona?
I think it's definitely important because I think, sort of on a national scale, I think it's one of the factors that kind of reminds people that hockey does exist here. Because if it didn't, I just feel like people would forget that there are players coming out of the state, that we have ice rinks, that, we have a community surrounding hockey. So I think in that regard, it's really good and really helpful.
And it probably fuels junior hockey too, doesn't it? Because you have an
Yeah.
NHL team here, and people are going to come up, and they're going to watch them and then want to participate.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've seen plenty of younger kids that grow up loving Shane Doan and loving some of those players and idolizing them, and I think that that's definitely something that helps grow the game and grow those younger players and getting them inspired to play the sport. So.